Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore, and we're going to be talking about Team USA. You know, a lot of people are saying that why aren't we dominating? Look who we have on this team. Some of these specific players shouldn't be on this team. In my opinion, I'm not worried about Team USA. I'm really not. We have LeBron James, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis, Joel Embiid. Kevin Durant is hurt, but we still got Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, etc. We still have a lot of good players left. And I know these are just exhibition games. Like, these are just exhibition games. And Team USA against Canada in the first game, we didn't blow them out, but I think we took control. That starting lineup that was Steph, Drew Holiday, Devin Booker, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid. I mean, for the first game, I don't think that lineup is not bad. That game was close. It was close throughout, but then once the bench came in, it was Tyrese, Ant-Man, Jason Tatum, Bam, and AD. That team took off. They was better than the starters. And you got to remember, we got like older players in the starting lineup. I mean, Joel Embiid isn't older, but he's a big guy. So I don't have no problem with that. Now against Australia, that game was close. I think we was up by like 20 points against Australia, but then, you know, where Steve Kerr is trying to figure out different type of lineups. So it's gonna be difficult to figure out, okay, which players do I use in this specific time? Who do I take out in this specific time? It's gonna be difficult. But that game was close. But I wasn't looking at the game. I was like, oh my God, we should be worried. No, it's exhibition games. Now, if this was in a real game, I might be a little scared. But I'm not too worried about it. Then we face Serbia. You know, obviously they got Jokic. That game, we showed our dominance. We beat them by 26 points. What was it, 105 to 79? Yeah, we showed our dominance. Anthony Edwards played good in that game. Steph Curry went crazy in that game. LeBron played decent. LeBron, I don't think LeBron is really our best player. He's our leader, but I don't think he's our best player because we don't want LeBron. We don't need LeBron to go off for 20 points every game. Now, will he drop a 20-point game in the Olympics? Yeah, I think he's gonna drop at least one. Wouldn't be shocked if he dropped two. Me personally, I think our best player in the Olympics is probably so far, it's probably been Anthony Davis, but I think it's Kevin Durant. Anthony Davis has been amazing. Every time I look up, he gets a double-double. Now, last game, he didn't have a double-double. He only got 7.6 boards, but I'm not tripping on that. But everybody else, you play good. Now, I know one of the things people are talking about is Joel Embiid and how he shouldn't be starting and he's still foul baiting. I ain't gonna lie. That stuff is true. He still is foul baiting. Like, bro, so far, and Joel Embiid, one of my favorite players in the NBA, bro. But at the same time, bro, you do not need to foul bait. Bro, I don't think no one in the Olympics is stronger than you. Nobody. So all you got to do is back down and just lay the ball up or dunk. Yesterday he missed an easy lay. I was like, what? I said, bruh, just dunk the ball. Just dunk it, bro. And he probably still out of shape. I'm not gonna lie, he probably still out of shape. and remember he tore his meniscus, came back in the playoffs. You could say he re-aggravated because remember he did that nasty dunk to himself and he landed wrong. I thought that was it for him. But so you can really say he's still probably hurt, but I feel like he just wanted to play in the Olympics because obviously the Olympics is every 4 years and like opportunities like this doesn't really happen. That's why I mean, I get it from other people saying like, sit down and all that because you get hurt every year. And that is very true. He does get hurt every year. So I don't blame other people for saying sit down. But if I was like the Sixers, like management or whatever, and I'm like, bro, are you healthy enough to play in the Olympics? If he gives me okay, I'm gonna say, look, bro, I'm cool with it, but please stay healthy, bro. This is just Olympics, bro. This isn't the NBA. Now, the Olympics is still important, but this is just the Olympics, bro. So please stay healthy. But honestly, like Team USA overall, I think we're okay, man. I truly think we're okay. And Steve Kerr said yesterday that he's keeping his big three in the starting lineup of LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Joel Embiid. Now you can argue that Anthony Davis should be starting because to some he fits the Olympic play. He's big, athletic, like he's just more athletic than Joel. And that's just facts. Or Bam. I have no problem with either of those three starting. Like they're gonna play regardless. But once Kevin Durant comes back, if he does come back, I don't think Kevin Durant's playing in these exhibition games. I think that's just not gonna happen. I think they have two more exhibition games left. Then they play real games July 28th. So I don't think he is either not gonna play the last two or he's gonna play the last game of the exhibition. But Kevin Durant's starting. Like that's gonna happen. So it's gonna be Steph, whoever plays the two, LeBron, Kevin Durant, and Joel Embiid. I think that's what it's going to be. But I'm not worried. I'm truly not worried about Team USA. Bruh, we have all these stars. We have all these stars. Now, if you want to say Drew Holiday and Derek White and maybe even Tyrese Halliburton aren't stars, that's perfectly fine. But I feel like Drew Holiday, he fits. He fits with us. So I'm not worried. But like our bench is stacked. Our bench is stacked. We have Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, Bam, Tyrese, and Anthony Davis coming off the bench. Like, come on. And for some reason, I think Anthony Edwards is actually going to start. I think Anthony Edwards is actually going to start. I would not be shocked because you can argue Anthony Edwards probably been our best or second best player. And remember when he said that quote talking about some, they got to go through me. We all looked at him and was like, "Come on, bro. What are you talking about, G? You have Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and all these other players that are just better than you." He probably wasn't lying. I ain't gonna lie. He probably wasn't lying because Anthony Edwards has been aggressive, man. It was yesterday. He did do a dumb play. He took a three on a 3-on-1 fast break. I didn't like that. But besides that, Anthony Edwards has been really good. Steph Curry has been good in his first Olympics. LeBron is LeBron, man. He's gonna play decent. I don't think he's gonna go off like how he was back in the day, but he's gonna go off. Jason Tatum has been okay. Joel Embiid has been okay. But Anthony Davis, man, Anthony Davis looks amazing. I ain't gonna lie, he looks amazing. But overall, Team USA, I'm not worried. I think we should win this thing. I think we shouldn't lose. I think it's gonna be some games that's close, but that I feel like that's how it is now. Like I think we're the better team, but I think we're not like super dominant like how it was back with the Dream Team and the Redeem Team. I think we're still gonna win probably by double digits, maybe even some 20s. But I think beating teams by 40 plus and 30 plus and all that, I think that's over with, bro, because these teams are better. I'm not saying they better than us, but these teams are just better. And it's okay that we don't be blowing people out and show our dominance. It's okay. The goal is to win. I saw it was on TV. It was like, what's the goal for Team USA? To show our dominance and beat everybody by 30, 40, or to win gold? I think it's to win gold. Now, if you care about the dominance, and I get it, because this is our sport. So we should be able to dominate. I get that. But at the same time, we are better than all of these people. So we should dominate, but at the end of the day, it's to win the gold medal. So I have no problem with that. I'm not worried about Team USA. We should win gold later this summer, and that's it. And everybody needs to just calm down. It's okay. It is okay. Because yesterday's game showed that when we lock in and when we have our legit starting five for the real Olympics, we gonna win regardless. We're gonna win. But Team USA, man, we're good. We are a very good team, and we should win. We should win the gold medal. But maybe Anthony Davis should start. I don't have. I'm not opposed to MB coming off the bench. I'm definitely not opposed. Anthony Davis, he just fits so much better. It looks just so much easier to him in Olympic play. Nothing against Joel Embiid, but sometimes Joel Embiid he do be looking out of shape and he be missing some easy layups. So far, he hasn't looked good. But I'm not opposed to Anthony Davis starting. But overall, Team USA, we gonna win the gold. We're gonna win the gold. All right. Next topic is Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Who should be the rookie of the year? Now, obviously, yesterday, Caitlin Clark did something that I think a lot of WN players haven't done. She got 19 assists, 24 points, 6 boards, 19 assists. And apparently she broke the total assist record in the WNBA. Apparently she broke that. I didn't know that. Caitlin Clark is good, bro. Caitlin Clark is really good. And there's nothing to hate about it. I know a lot of people are saying, whoa, Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese. It's like it's a war between these two. And it's like it doesn't have to be. Like, can't we just say Caitlin Clark is good, Angel Reese is good. Angel Reese, what was it on Saturday? I think it was Saturday, or no, I think it was Sunday. She had her double streak snap. She had her double streak snap at 15. So, but seeing something like that, like you was getting a double basically every game. And I thought that was pretty good. Like Angel Reese is good, and it's okay. They just won the other day. They beat the Las Vegas Aces. Like that's you can argue that's the best team in the W, and or one of the best teams, and they beat them. Angel Reese has been really good, and she was the 7th pick, and a lot of teams, the first 6 teams passed on her, and maybe they're regretting it. But me personally, who should win the Rookie of the Year? I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gonna be Caitlin Clark. I, me personally, if I'm being biased, I would probably want Angel Reese, but I just think like Caitlin Clark, what she's doing. She's averaging, I'm 17, 6, and 8. That's pretty good for a rookie. And they said, I saw a stat saying like like a lot of players don't put that up, like them type of numbers in like a rookie year. And she's done that already. Now I do believe that I see a lot of analysts saying that the rookie of the year is going to come down to basically who makes the playoffs. And looking at the the standings, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, they're right there for that starting spot. That's that not the starting spot, but the last spot in the playoffs. In that the 8th seed. So like their records are the Fever are 11 and 15, 7, and the Chicago Sky are 10 and 14. So basically, whoever gets that spot, I think is gonna get it. But Caitlin Clark is like, she has done so much in her rookie year already. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they say, you know what, Caitlin Clark, here's the rookie of the year for you. The only thing is she's not shooting like super crazy from 3, obviously, like how it was in Iowa. But she's turning the ball over so much, man. Now that is her having the ball in her hands majority of the time. So you gotta You gotta give her that. And like she's averaging, you could base 5.6, so basically 6 turnovers per game. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot. 6 turnovers per game is crazy. But she's playing super good, hasn't missed a game. Like Caitlin Clark has been good, but Angel Reese is a double machine. Like I said, I think I said it like a month ago. I said I ain't trying to say it like this, but I was like, she plays like a big man. Like, you gonna get 12 points and you gonna get rebounds all the time. Like she be rebound the ball. Now I know some people gonna say, hey, she be missing around the rim. Now that is true. She do be missing around the rim. And then like just be getting her own miss. That's true. But she's still grabbing the board at the end of the day. Like she be grabbing the board over like 2 or 3 people sometimes. And that's really good. I just want Angel Reese this summer, not this summer, but this fall and winter when she's training and all that. Please work on a jump shot and shooting around the rim. Please. Like, because there's no way how every time I look up, the Chicago Sky don't even attempt a three. Somebody got to attempt a three. Somebody attempt a jump shot or a three. Because every time I look up, I see a lot of 0-0s, 1 for 3s, 2 for 4s, and all that in the box score. So nobody not even attempting a three. Like Camila Cardoso, I think she did come back from injury and all that, but so like she don't attempt jump shots either or attempt a three either. One of y'all got to attempt some threes to space the floor out. So I want Angel Reese to do that. I hope she does it. Will she? I don't know. But I hope she can do it. But Caitlin Clark has just brought a lot of buzz to the W, man. Like I said, am I watching it more? I would say somewhat, but am I watching it a lot more? No, not really. I tune in every sometimes, not all the time though. But that's what she has. She's brought this buzz to the W, man. You gotta give her credit for it. You gotta give Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, man, because them two, they're pretty good rookies. There are other rookies out there that are pretty good, but these two, obviously you could say they had a rivalry in college, LSU Iowa. Obviously national championship game, and then in the Final Four, or I think it was the Elite Eight. One of them. It was one of them. So you can really say they had a rivalry and brought that rivalry to the W. You got to give them credit for it. But Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are both playing good. Maybe they should do co-rookie of the years because this is really hard to choose. Like I said, if you go to like sports books and stuff, Caitlin Clark is a leading candidate. And I just think that's because like her stats look more sexy. Like I said, you're basically averaging 16, 6, and 8. So that looks better than Angel Reese is only averaging 10 and 14. But like I said, don't rebounds. But I feel like it depends on your preference on the MVP. Who's impacting more of the game? You can honestly say they're both impacting the game more. But the race in the for the playoffs is so close. It's really hard to choose. It's really hard to choose from. So I'm really not upset if it is Caitlin Clark, if it is Angel Reese. I really, like I said, bias wise, I'll probably root for Angel Reese. I just feel like breaking a double streak as a rookie, and then I think I saw a stat that it said that she's tied for second most double doubles in the season with 17, and the record is 22. I think she's gonna get that. I think they have like 15 more games. Yeah, because there's 40 games in the season. I think it's 40 or 42. So she has a lot of time. And as long as she stays healthy, she's gonna break that record. Easily. Easily break that record. But Caitlin Clark, man, she's good. Angel Reese, she's good. And maybe, like I said, maybe they should just do co-rookie of the years. I have no problem with it. But I will probably vote for Caitlin Clark. because the stats don't lie. She is the team. Like, even though she does have some other good players, she's the engine. She's the quarterback. She has to do everything. She has to get everybody involved. She still has to score. Even though she ain't shooting three from crazy this year, and it's only rookie year, and she's just gonna get better. Like, she's really just gonna get better. But yesterday's game, getting 19 assists is a lot. I don't care what nobody say. That's a crazy number. And I don't think a lot of people thought we would see something like that. Well, at least I did. I didn't think I would see something like that again, but bringing the buzz to the W, man, is just super good for it, man. They finally get the recognition they deserve. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are definitely big factors, and now they're seeing and now people are seeing all these other WNBA players who really didn't watch it, who could say they were casuals. I could put myself in a casual group, and you just see all these other different type of players, and you got to give them credit for it, man. So I'm happy for the W, and I will probably pick Caitlin Clark as my rookie of the year as of right now. Now, that could change over time, but right now, Caitlin Clark is my rookie of the year. Nah, not biased, not being biased, but biased. I'm definitely would choose Angel Reese. All right, next thing, we're gonna talk about the rookie so far in summer league, and let's get to the obvious one, Bronny James. Obviously, Bronny James has not been. He just hasn't been good in summer league so far. And I even said it 2 weeks ago. I said I want to see what Bronny James. That's what I'm waiting to see. Even though summer league, you can only take it as a grain of salt. It's a small sample size, only really like a 5 to 6 game sample size. I mean, that's all I could really go off of. And Bronny James, he just hasn't been good. Now, before last night, when he played pretty decent, he only was giving you 4 points, 3 points, 8 points, and 2 points. And 7 from 31 from the field, that's 22%. And then he was 0 from 15 from 3. That's alarming because you came in as a 3 and D type player. The defense is there. Don't like if you watch, the defense is there. He's very active, very smart player. But I think he's just a little bit nervous, probably hearing all the noise, and the shooting has been terrible. It really has. And like I said, it's gonna take time for Bronny James. It's gonna take time. Like, I'm not saying I expected him to play bad, but I didn't expect him to go crazy in summer league. I definitely wasn't expecting that. Like, it's summer league. Summer league to me, I just want, if you play good, it's like, okay, like that's amazing. But it's like, I need to see, like, okay, this guy gets to his spots. He's gonna take a lot of jump shot. He gets to the rack. He's active on defense doing this. He's a good shot blocker. Like that stuff. But it's like, I'm not gonna say, well, if he plays bad, oh, you're trash. Oh, you're not. No, I'm not doing that. That's never been me. And like I said, it's gonna take time. But yesterday, Bronny, he had 12 points. I don't think he's gonna be getting a lot of assists. He had a board and he was 2 for 5 from 3. He finally hit some 3. This was the game that I feel like a lot of people thought we were gonna see from Bronny. Like this type of game. But Bronny James has just been he has been bad, but he's gonna get better. Like I said, he's gonna be in the G League majority of the year. But I think he will stay with the active roster for maybe a couple of weeks or the first month of the season, then be in the G League. That's what I think. But Bronny James, I mean, like I said, I can only go off what I say in summer league, and he has been terrible. But he will get better eventually. And I heard JJ Redick say that he compares him to Luke Dort. There's nothing wrong with Luke Dort. Luke Dort is one of the best 3 and D. Like, you could say he's probably one of the best 3 and D type players in the league. He's definitely one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. 3-pointer. He was bad from 3-point at one point, but he has gotten better at it. And that's the same thing that probably is going to happen with Bronny James. He's going to eventually get better at shooting threes at the NBA level. And there's nothing wrong with that. So Overall, Bronny James has been bad in summer league, but he will get better. And I'm gonna be watching to see if he will eventually get better. You could say, okay, another rookie, Alex Starr. Now, obviously, Alex Starr, the last game, he went 0 for 15 from the field. He didn't hit nothing. He didn't hit nothing so far in summer league. He's only averaging 6 points, 6 boards, 3 blocks. But the defense, I'm seeing the defense. I think he's gonna be a decent shot blocker. Maybe not average 3 like Wimby, but I think the defense is there. He is 7 foot. The offense is gonna be it will get better eventually because he's gonna start at the 4. I'm thinking he's gonna start at the 4 at least. So he will get better, but I ain't gonna lie. 0 for 15 is kind of crazy. Like you can't give me one. You can't give me one shot. But like I said, summer league he'll eventually get better. Another player, Rob Dillingham. Rob Dillingham, I think he's been decent. Like he's been averaging 9 points, 4 boards, 6 assists. I think this is good for him. He's gonna show like eventually, maybe even later this season. I don't think so, but maybe even later this season. But I definitely think the next year he's going to start for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Like Rob Dillingham is a good player now. Obviously, he's small in the weight and all that. But me personally, Rob Dillingham is a pretty good player. So I think he'll get better. Zachariah Richardson has been pretty good. Been averaging 14 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. I think he's been decent. I think he has been pretty good. And a lot of people had their opinions about, he is just a role player. And I think he probably is just a role player. He's not going to be all that when he gets to the league. Like, bro, they're going to add Zachariah Richardson to probably be the third best player on the Hawks. Like, obviously, Trae Young. As long as Trae Young is there, he will be the first option. And the second option is Jalen Johnson. So Zachariah Richardson, they're asking him to be integrating this offense really pretty quickly. Like, I think he's gonna be okay. Now, will he be a superstar or a star type player? I don't know about all that. But I think he's gonna be decent so far. In summer league, he hasn't been bad. Stephon Castle has been really good, man. I think he's gonna be a better passer. And this year he has Chris Paul in front of him, and I'm glad like he has a player of Chris Paul's caliber where he can learn from the whole year and see how to be a legit point guard. Offensively, he has been pretty good. And he's only played one game this summer league, but 22 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. I think he's gonna be one of them players that can do a little bit of everything. He's gonna dime you. Maybe not like average, probably like 9 assists, but he can pass. He's gonna dime you. He's gonna get to the rack at will. But having that type of teacher, because remember, Chris Paul, he helped Shea when Shea got traded to OKC. He helped him. And look at Shea now. Shea is a superstar. Now, am I saying Stephon Castle can be a superstar? No, I'm not saying that. But having a tutor in Chris Paul to learn from a whole year in your rookie year, that's pretty good. And Stephon Castle, he's just going to get better. Now, in my opinion, these next two players you can argue have been the best players so far in the summer league. Matassa Buzelis. Matassa Buzelis has been really good. He's been getting to the rack. Now the shooting isn't all that, but he has been getting to the rack. I've been seeing a lot of dunks on everybody. He has been really good so far in the summer league, man. And I said that the Bulls, they probably got to steal. They probably got to steal. And then, this is his hometown of Chicago. So it's more motivation for him to play good in front of the fans of Chicago and in the United Center. But he has been so good, man. And you can really say the Bulls got to steal. It's probably their best thing they done all this whole offseason. If we want to be honest. Like, that was a steal. That was definitely a steal. But he's been so good in 3 games. Shooting overtime will get better. But Montes Buzelis he's been really good. Now the next dude, you could say Reese Shepard for the Houston Rockets has been really good this summer league. 20 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. The 3-point shooting, I'm not shocked today. Shooting 38% from the three. He was one of the best 3-point shooters on Kentucky last year. So this isn't shocking. And Reese Shepherd, I only said it was a bad pick because where is he going to get the minutes from? If he could have gone to another team, let's just say the Wizards. Let's say the Wizards draft him. If he goes to the Wizards, he's starting immediately, probably at point, and then you got Jordan Poole there and all that in like your backcourt. But he's not going to start right away. Now, the next year, once they get off the Fred VanVleet contract, Reese Shepherd's going to most likely start. But so far, Summer League, he's been really good, man. I've been seeing a lot of people say, man, he don't even need to play in Summer League, man. Just shut him down, let him train, and let him do some scrimmages like for the rest of the summer. Might be true, but Reese Shepherd he's been really good so far in the Summer League. Another player in Terrence Shannon. Terrence Shannon Jr., obviously he was one of the best scorers in college last year, and he's showing that in the Summer League, averaging 17 points in 3 games. He's been really good, man, and they got to steal. The Timberwolves got to steal with that. I think he was drafted 24 or 25 pick. Got to go back and look at that. But he has been really good for them, and he's going to help them. Rob Dillingham and Terrence Shannon Jr., they're not going to be on the bench. Like, they're not going to be sitting on the bench or only playing limited minutes. I can see these guys getting significant minutes for the Timberwolves on the bench. I can see them both averaging probably maybe 15, maybe even 20 points. Like, these guys are here to help them. You got a point guard and you got another scorer, which is what they was missing last year. So Terrence Shannon Jr., he's been really good in the Summer League, been attacking. Like, so he's been good, and this was a steal for the Timberwolves. Another player, Dalton Connect 4. Like, Dalton Connect, he was basically like Terrence Shannon Jr. He was one of the best scorers in college last year. So him doing this in the Summer League, it's not surprising. He's averaging 22 points, shooting really good from the 3, 41% from the 3, actually. Now it is 3-game sample size, but that doesn't matter. He has been really good so far, and this is what the Lakers needed. They needed a guy that could just come in right away and help them, which I think Dalton Connect will. I think he's going to get significant minutes, probably. Wouldn't be shocked if he got 15, 20 minutes too. I think he's going to come in and help the Lakers immediately because they've been missing shooting, and he brings all that. But so far in Summer League, Dalton Connect he's been really good, man, and I'm excited to see what he do. And probably the last guy I'll say, I think he's only played 1 game. You could say Zach Edey. I think Zach Edey in his first couple of games, he's been decent, man. I feel like I wouldn't be shocked if he starts, but for some reason I feel like the Memphis Grizzlies are gonna bring him on slowly, and they're gonna probably put Jaren Jackson at the 5. I will probably start Zach Edey, put him in the fire immediately because that's what y'all been needing. Y'all been missing size, and he's basically 7'2". And I think there's a chance he can average double-double if he starts and gets significant minutes. I think he's easily gonna get you 10 and 10. But him coming off the bench, it's like, I don't know. But so far in some of these, Zach Edey is showing he was the college player of the year 2 years in a row. Yes, he is older, and we still got to see him when he go up against NBA competition. But so far, he's been double-double machine, and he's been pretty decent. So that's it for my rookie evaluation so far in the Summer League. And I want to talk about Jalen Brunson. Obviously, Jalen Brunson, he was, you can really say, the best player on the New York Knicks. Like, he basically, he was the best player, made it all NBA team. He was all NBA second team. I think, yeah, he was all NBA second team, but let me pull up his stats for the year. Yeah, Jalen Brunson, he averaged, you can really say, 29 points, 4 boards, and basically 7 assists. He was amazing this year, man. He has made the Knicks relevant again. Like, this is probably the best I've seen of the Knicks in my entire life outside of the Carmelo Anthony years. This is probably the best Knicks I've ever seen. And he has made them relevant again. Obviously, last week he signed a 4-year, 156 contract for 4 years. That's 39 million a year. And that's a big pay cut. That is a significant pay cut because according to like the reports and all that, if he would have signed next off season, he could have signed for 5 years, 269 million, which is 53 a year. Now, I do understand how to some people that, take all your money right now. Don't leave no money on the table. And I get that because you never know what can happen, man. And there's no guarantee that the organization is gonna come back and repay you and say, here you go, man. Like, I know you took a pay cut, but we'll give you the rest that you took the pay cut for. There's not guarantee, and then you could potentially get hurt. So it's like, I get that, but at the same time, I said it last week. Jalen Brunson sees the opportunity that we can win a championship. I do feel like the New York Knicks can say, look, if we match up with Boston last year, we could have probably taken this team to 7 games or potentially won if they wasn't hurt. And I might agree. Would I have picked the Knicks? No. I still would have went with the Celtics to beat them. But if they're healthy, there's a chance they could beat them or at least push it to 7 games. And Jalen Brunson sees the opportunity that we have the pieces. Is we're healthy, and if I take this pay cut where we can sign, where we can stay under the second apron, because we're seeing what the second apron can do to people. We're finally seeing it. And to him, if we stay under the second apron and if I take pay cuts, we can keep all our core players. We can keep all our core players and we can stay competitive for years to come. Because I don't think a lot of people expected him to take that pay cut. Usually players in the NBA don't take pay cuts. You sign here and there. Now, obviously, in football, you see Patrick Mahomes took a pay cut. Tom Brady took a pay cut all of them years. And Jalen Brunson is doing the same thing, man. Jalen Brunson, you can argue he might be the most popular player in New York. There is an argument. And now Mikal Bridges saying that when his next deal is coming up, he's gonna take a pay cut too. They see the opportunity. You have Jalen Brunson. The starting line is gonna be Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Then off your bench, you got Miles McBride, you got Josh Hart, DiVincenzo. Those gonna be like your core 3 players. They still need to address of getting a big man coming out the bench because obviously they lost Isaiah Hartenstein. So you still need to address that. But overall, the Knicks have they have basically won the offseason. You can say that. I don't think they won the offseason, but you could definitely say they're a winner. But Jalen Brunson sees this opportunity, man. And now I think, in my opinion at least, I think they're the second best team in the East. I'm still putting Boston right there, but you could put the Knicks at 2, Philly at 3, Milwaukee at 4, or you could just flip-flop. But the Knicks, they're one of the best teams in the NBA on paper. We still don't know how this is going to work. But if they stay healthy, the Knicks have a chance, man. They really got a chance. And you gotta thank Jalen Brunson. He's valuing winning over the money right now. Because boy, oh boy, when it gets to the summer of 28, when it gets to the summer of 28, because I saw the report, they say he can sign for $419 million. A 5-year, $400 million in 2028. And according to that is a starting salary of $72 million. Jalen Brunson can make $72 million. Now, to some people, they're going to say, man, that dude is not worth it. We haven't seen him win. But so far in these 2 years, man, Jalen Brunson has showed, like, I'm the guy. I am the guy. Now, if people want to say Julius Randle is still the guy, I ain't going to argue it. Because Julius Randle is definitely a really good player in the NBA. And you can honestly say he the one that started it because he got the Knicks back to the playoffs them years ago. But they like Jalen Brunson is the guy, man. He got his money. It's a super pay cut. Basically, just took $100-some million pay cut. You don't see that very often. You do not see that. But Jalen Brunson, man, he might be the king of New York. He really might be the king of New York. And congratulations to him. And the Knicks are they're coming, man. They're definitely gonna be one of the best teams in the league and definitely one of the best teams in the East. But taking this pay cut, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem. If you think your team has the opportunity to win a championship, take the pay cut so you can keep all these players, man. I actually have no problem with it. Some people are going to disagree, but hey, that's on you. I think this is a win-win move for him. So I'm glad he did it, man. You players don't do this, but he did it. So it may be down the line, other players might think about doing the same thing. Because this second apron is different, man. The second apron is basically telling you, look, you either want to win a championship, so basically you gotta be over the second apron, but you gotta have to spend some money to be competitive, or you stay under and just be either not good or mediocre. It's your choice now. So you gotta pick. But Jalen Brunson said, look, we're still gonna be really good, and we're gonna try and stay under the second apron. And you gotta credit him. Maybe other players down the line, when they see their team, when their star players see they have a chance of winning, that they might take a pay cut. Other players might follow this route. I don't know, but it's something to wait and see. But Jalen Brunson, that man, he's been good so far in New York. And if they win the championship, build that man a statue. Build Jalen Brunson a statue if he's the reason why they win a championship. Because they win a championship and he takes this pay cut, yeah, just build a statue, man. Just build a statue. All right, last thing I want to talk about Donovan Mitchell. He re-signed back with the Cleveland Cavaliers. I honestly never thought he was going to do this. I always thought Donovan Mitchell was going to leave because it's like you're not going to win. Like, I don't like Cleveland is a good team. You're the best player, but you're not going to win a championship there, bro. So I never thought he was going to resign there, but to a degree it's like he thinks that they do have a chance of winning, especially since they're in the East. And you did get your money. You signed 3 years, 150 something a year. But then once it gets to the year of 2027, he can sign 5 years, 380 million. That's 76 million a year. Bro, the money nowadays is crazy. It is crazy, man. But maybe in that year, Donovan Mitchell, he might stay with Cleveland for the rest of his career, or he might dip and see if he can go to a championship contender. But I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him for staying and getting his money. I just didn't think, like, if you really want to win, you could probably go to a different team, maybe even the Miami Heat or something. I know it was the rumors about him going back to New York, but nah, I don't know how that would have fit. But I don't have a problem with Donovan Mitchell staying because you do got Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. That's your core four. But I don't think those guys are going to win a championship. I truly don't believe that. And he thinks that, hey, man, maybe we won't win a championship these next couple of years, but I'm going to at least get my money. And he got it. He got them. He got the money. He got the money. And now he's setting himself up in the next 3 years to get a bag. So Donovan Mitchell staying is shocking, but I guess from all the reports, I guess it's not that shocking at all. So I'm glad he got his money. He's still going to put up good numbers. But I am shocked that he is staying with the Cleveland because you're not going to win. You're just not going to win a championship, bro. But that is it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. This was a really good episode. And I will see you guys next week. Peace.